minutes, I want to talk about first impressions, okay, from a marketing point of view. If you own a business and you're interested in having a good first impression in terms of marketing your products or services, and obviously your website's important. But if you happen to be in the bricks and mortar business and you've got an old shop front, then I think what I'm about to show you, behind me here, you're seeing it backwards at the moment, might be of interest. If I can just find, give me a second, a little button to turn around and show you. This happens to be an old shopping precinct, and you'll see here that what they're doing is just, printing it up with a new facade. You'll see behind there was a tax agent, and there's same guy I think, tax agent, and then there's an accountancy practice and a few other, I think there's a dentist down the end. But what they're doing on a main road here is just prettying up the look and feel of the business. Hopefully they'll fix the sign as well, that's pretty dated. But you'll see here they're just doing a refurb. And the reason this comes to mind is that we've had a number of, bricks and mortar businesses who have asked for my assistance in adding some wow factor to their business. And I've said to them, look, just spend a few bucks, just do something like this. And you know what, the thing is that a lot of people just won't do that. They'll continue to, have a website that looks about 20 years old. They'll have a shop front that looks 1,000 years old. And they wonder why they're not making enough money. Well, the reason is because they're ugly. They're not projecting an interesting and professional director of first impressions. And these days, the director of first impressions for pretty much most of us, of course, are our website, or is our website, I should say. England was not my favourite subject at school, I'm sorry. But yeah, the director of first impressions for most of us is our website, not our website. But if you happen to be a bricks and mortar business, then of course, the director of first impressions for you could very well be your shop front. And we have a client in Sydney which is called Lollies and Stuff, which happens to be a business that has a fantastic candy shop, or a number of candy shops, International House of Candy they call themselves, but the outside of their shop look pretty ordinary. And boy, has that made a significant positive difference to their trading figures, because the director of first impressions for them was, the outside of their shop. We've turned it into Disneyland. That's what we've done. And if you want to look at lolliesandstuff.com, and the N is not an N, it's just an N, so it's lollies with an N, stuff.com.au, then you'll see what we've done to the front of their business. But I just find that the frustration that we have with a lot of bricks and mortar businesses is that the director of first impressions, well, let me show you here. Let me just show you a couple. Look at this here. Would you love to go into that yummy noodle place? Doesn't look exactly yummy to me. I don't know what Warhammer is next to it, but yeah. And well, there's the tax agent. This is the back side of what I just showed you on the main street, by the way. I think the back side of their building needs a bit of work as well. And my cohort here on the director of first impressions, let me just ask her what she thinks about things. Can I ask you, Gail, what do you think about what do you think about the director of first impressions?
It's very important.
Very important.
If you were going out on a date, wouldn't you want to look good for your?
Oh, here we go. Terrific. No, that's a good contribution. If you're going out on a date, wouldn't you want to look good on your first impression? So therefore, if your shop front looks ugly, it's like you looking ugly on your first date.
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay, what did you think of me when we went on our first date all those thousands of years ago?
That was a long time ago.
Yeah. Had I put my makeup on, my lippy, all that sort of stuff?
No, I don't think
so. Okay, fair enough. Well, Gail's very non-committal this time. Normally she takes over these videos and ends up becoming not the Institute of Wow, but the Institute of Gail. Yeah. Anyway, that's about it, guys. So Gail doesn't have much more to contribute, so therefore, neither do I, by the way. But I just thought, oh, by the way, look, the thing is too, is that if you are going to hang around anyone, Gail, I want to rant about this. Remember, I was having a rant to you this morning.
So now we're on for a rant.
Yeah, okay, what I was doing this morning with Gail, I said to her, there was a guy who was thinking about coming on as a client, okay? And g'day, Ian, how are you, mate? Anyway, he hasn't, but he contacts me the other day and says, oh, JD, look, I've been to a few of your song and dance seminars, and look, I'd like to come on board, but you know what? I've got a really good copywriter who's doing a lot of stuff for me at the moment. I've got a really good graphic art studio and a good website designer, so therefore I really don't see the need to come onto your program. Now, you can imagine I wanted him to die in his sleep, basically. I'm just going to tell it like it is. And so therefore I said to him, mate, you're missing the point. I'm not saying that on the odd occasion the website designer or the copywriter might have a game changer idea, but I have met a lot of copywriters, and I've met a lot of web designers and graphic art studios. They're good technicians of what they do, but they're not the big ideas people. And I said to him, look, make up your own mind, sure, but we're in the big ideas business. I mean, I'm not called the Institute of Small Ideas. It's called the Institute of, thank you, Gun. That was, I think, a pity laugh, but anyway, it's the Institute of Wow. And so we're all about coming up with game changer ideas. And the one I mentioned to you with the candy shop in Sydney, the front of that store being turned into Disneyland, the inside of the store looked quite good. The International House of Candy, you had, you know, Mars bars from around the world, and M&Ms and Hershey's chocolates and all that sort of stuff. It was a really nice tennis court size shop inside. He has a few of these shops, but once we Disneylanded it outside, because it looked like a morgue.
Yeah, I was going to say that too.
We're doing the Sonny and Cher thing again. You're fully finishing my sentences. But once we really, once we zipped it up, then of course it went nuts. And because we had a lot more people walking past going, wow, what's that? And my view is that if you are in business and you wanted to make a game-changing sort of, I guess, difference to your business, hang around ideas people. It doesn't have to be me, just try and find some ideas people. It's the big ideas people that can make a significant difference to your business. And I'm not saying the odd copywriter and the odd graphic artist won't come up with some big ideas, maybe they will, but you know, I haven't come across that too often. Really, the environment that we have, which is all about coming up with game changer big ideas, is not that prevalent, isn't it?
No.
You know?
But can I say something? If you are, like you just said, the person was going around getting a copywriter here and a graphics artist here and a website designer here, they're all from all over the place.
Yeah.
So how the heck are you going to get one
Uniform
great brand that's going to, you know, attract people? Because they're going to do one thing and the other's going to do something else.
So, Gar, can I ask you that then?
I've now taken over.
Yeah, no, but you're leading to. I wonder who these people, if they own a business, would look for to act as the facilitator in the middle.
Well, I didn't say that. I was hinting at that.
Good, okay. You have to put her on a commission. I will have to. But seriously, that's it. If you don't have a conductor of the orchestra,
that's exactly right.
If you don't have the ringmaster, then there's a good chance that the graphic arts guy is going to come up with something different from the website guy, and the copywriter is going to be somewhere else. So really, anyway, enough of pushing of us. But if you were interested in looking after, finding a ringmaster, then the link above me or below me or what have you is our private coaching program, and you can press that. I'm out of here, Gail. I think I've done enough. I have. This is what I call my Save the World Facebook Live or LinkedIn, whatever it's going. And
I think I've done enough too.
You've done enough too. I'm out of here. See you guys.